Hi, I'm Joel Crothers, and I worked with Zachary Orr on this project of identifying unpublished paleopathologies in Tyrannosaurid specimens on public exhibit. So dinosaur bones tell vertebrate paleontologists about their evolution and anatomy, but they also tell us about their life histories. And we particularly see this with paleopathologies, which are preserved diseases, injuries, infections, parasites that plagued the dinosaurs while they were alive. And few dinosaurs exhibit this better than the large predatory tyrannosaurs of North America. Now, even though there's been an explosion in publications about these kinds of pathologies in the last 20 years or so, many exhibited specimens remain unpublished. So that's what our attention was drawn to with this poster, where we talk about 4 specimens, tyrannosaur specimens, in museums across the U.S., which exhibit clear pathologies that have not been published on. So here we focused on specimen UWBM 99000, which is called Tuffslove, a T-Rex skull in the Burke Museum in Seattle. Specimen BHI 6230, which is known as Y-Rex, from the Houston Museum of Natural Science. A touring specimen of Tyrannosaurus rex called Victoria, and this Gorgosaurus, TCM 2001.81.1, which is in the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. Now, as you can see in Figure 1 here, these Tyrannosaurus specimens have numerous injuries across the body. In the case of the Tuffslove skull, it has holes across the postorbital bone and the left jugal bone. Y-Rex has a severely pathological femur, as well as a couple of ribs, and what appears to be a stump of a tail, a severely pathological caudal vertebra, the 11th vertebra of the tail. And the Victoria specimen has numerous fused vertebrae across its cervical and dorsal series. But this specimen in Gorgosaurus is particularly notable because it is just riddled with injuries. And what's interesting is that if you see Figure 2A here, this is the ventral side of the Gorgosaurus' brain case. And this brain case has this lesion on the bottom, which may in fact be a fossilized tumor. So what might have happened while this animal was alive was that this lesion or tumor developed and caused cognitive impairment in the dinosaur, which led to further injuries, as you can see with this pathological scapula, this tibia and fibula, and these fused caudal vertebrae. So this is a life restoration of the animal, which I provided, showing these infected, awful wounds across its body. Now, not only are these interesting, but they tell us a story. They tell us what was going on while this animal was alive. Not just about where it fits in phylogenetics, or when it lived, or where it lives, but things that impact the organism itself. And not only is this interesting, but this specimen in particular may be a new species of Gorgosaurus or another tyrannosaur. So what we're saying here is that these things need to be published on. And they probably haven't been published on because the very nature of their exhibition makes it very hard for researchers to access them. So the solution here, we think, is a middle ground, that research and outreach can work together, and it does and should in many museums, and these specimens are a perfect example of this balance that should be achieved with museums. Special thank you to the App State Paleo Group for their assistance with this project, and to Dr. A.B. Heckard for his guidance, instruction, and graphic design input into this poster. We thank you guys, and we wish to hopefully push for further publication of these beautiful dinosaur specimens, and we hope that you have a great day.